Hi, this is Bro Cracker. I'm out of Sparks, Nevada. Sparks, Nevada, yeah. And I put some medicine that I made to pull out what they call Morgellons disease. It's a bug or fibers, and it's eats your body up. And the reason why I'm making this is so people that have Morgellons disease and people that don't have Morgellons disease will be more educated. And what happened to me was started in September, uh, sometime in 2018. So anyway, so as time went on, I worked for Jesse Singh, owner of Pyramid Liquor Store on Pyramid and C Street in Sparks, Nevada. Anyway, he started this shit with his sons and his wife, shooting us and feeding us, me and my dog, racist, with this bullshit poison. At any rate, this went on from 2018 to now. And 2021 of July 12th, I was arrested on Sparks Boulevard in Lincoln by a phony witness for the Sparks Police Department. Now, she said that she witnessed me shooting at cars, and history of me throwing rocks at cars and slingshotting them because they wouldn't give me money when I begged for money. Well, I never asked for money, but at any rate, they came to the arrest site, like 4 cars in a row with the Humane Society right behind them, and arrested me. Told me that I did this, did that, like shooting the cars. They got a witness, which is a false witness. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because they're Antifa. The Sparks Police Department is not following the law. They're violating the law and violating my rights. And they arrested me and took my dog. And then I bailed out the first time, and I was rearrested 3 days later at the Sparks Police Department by the marshals of Municipal Court in Sparks. And they said I had another warrant, and because they hid it from me when I bailed out, so they could fucking rearrest me. And then for destruction of property and soliciting, because the guy drove up on a medium to hit me, so I turned around and slingshotted his car. I have a right to defend myself, right? I felt threatened that time. So anyway, they didn't give him a ticket or nothing. And so what happened is I went to the mental evaluation deal, and in the Reno, because the judge vindicated from my hearing in Sparks Judicial Court. The reason why he vindicated from me is because I slingshot him and his wife twice, once on Rock Boulevard, once on Pyramid. So he vindicated. And the Sparks Municipal Court judge, that piece of shit, I slingshotted his ass too for shooting me, spraying me with this poison, which we'll see pretty soon that it's very real. They said I'm schizophrenic and I'm fucking mentally ill and fabricated all this shit. And I witnessed 1, 2, 3 Sparks Police Department in Nevada spraying me and my dog. I slingshotted one of the Hope's officers in a civilian truck. It was a 4-wheel drive truck, white Ford truck, I think. And I seen him, and we were walking up, and they're spraying us and shit. And he was spraying us that night. Came up to the police station, and I saw him pull into the fucking police, where they pull into park to go to work. And he's wearing his Antifa rag, his Antifa shit on his head. And he's walking up, and I said, "You piece of shit, shame on you. You should be tried and hung for what you're doing to people and doing to me and my baby." And he just stood there and looked at me, and then he went inside. I told the other cops that, and they said, "Oh, no, he's not a Kingsman," because they're Antifa Kingsmen, what they call them themselves over here. I had one guy I wanted to go and get an Obama phone, and he showed me his card. It says Kingsman, and I learned that. I forget how I learned that. But at any rate, they fabricated all this bullshit to make me look crazy. So now if I get pulled over or whatever, they can just say I'm acting crazy or whatever and arrest me. And then they put me in the nut house for 13 years. Isn't that a pile of shit? Yeah. At any rate, so I got, let me see. I had to leave town because they're going to fuck me. They sold my dog. I went to the Humane Society the second time I bailed out, though. And the Humane Society said because of my crime against my dog, I can't see her no more. I never even had a hearing. I didn't have anything. I was waiting for, 9 months in the mentally ill hole. And then they put me into the nut house at Lakes Crossing for 4 months. And then I was found incompetent, stay on trial, and they dismissed it. but yet I'm crazy. And they put on my paper I can't have the right to own a weapon now, a gun. And I think that all these shootings that are happening, that because they say, oh, they have a history of mental illness or whatever, it's because they are fucking with these people and making them shoot other people. And it's very disgusting what's going on. And I want my baby dog back. I miss her very much. I never done anything they said. They witnessed me pulling skin off of her, pulling skin off of my face, my body. And I never admitted to that. They're fucking disgusting people. They're Antifa, which is illegal in the United States. If they don't like America, they should pack up and go someplace else, another country that would have them. You're right. Anyway, this is the medicine I made. See if it's ready. Yeah. I don't know if you can see too well here, but well, yeah. So this shit's crazy. It doesn't want to stop. It just keeps coming. Yeah. Sergeant McNeely, him and a social worker see me prior to that, 2019, and see this shit coming out of my skin, and he saw this happening coming out, and they had a doctor's aide come and meet me at the 7-Eleven on Victorian and Pyramid Highway. And McNeely asked me, he said, Sergeant McNeely asked me, Sparks Police of Nevada, he said, what is that? I said, this is what people are shooting at me and my dog. He said, my God, he acted like he was concerned, and he called, whatever, made a phone call. And then never heard nothing about it. So then at the rest site, McNeely, Sprinkle shot at me. Fucking McNeely, he drives a truck, that red Chevy truck. He's a piece of shit. He shot at me and my dog, were sprayed from the truck. At any rate, see, at the rest site, he said, I just witnessed you picking at yourself. With a lying piece of shit. But anyway, anyone that has Morgellons disease, this is what it is. It's not Morgellons disease. It's people shooting you with it. If you got round dots, circle dots, and then one in the center, or like a rash, or just like one, you feel like a blister, and you can't figure out what it is, and it's like blood and oil, that's because you got shot. Nobody contracts this by themselves. They're, Look at that. You got to start from up here. See it? I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. There'll be plenty more. This shit just keep coming. Especially if you're getting shot and sprayed every day, We went to this, me and my baby girl, raised this for 3 years prior to getting arrested. And they come at you with spotlights and shit, and, and then shoot at you, They shot my dog, I don't know how many times, Jesus Christ. And I didn't know 2 months prior to this that this was going on. So I was shooting him with a slingshot to defend me and my dog, And the fucking Antifa fucking cops, they said that I'm schizophrenic and bullshit, covering it up. And then, the judicial system is fucked up too, Like when I was in jail, 4 months went by, and we were at the hearing, and it came out that the contract ran out between the Lakes Crossing, the Nut House, and the jail to do outpatients. Outpatients is doing a mental illness evaluation on the internet or in person. They said the contract ran out, but yet they're saying that the reason why I'm there so long is because of the coronavirus, and that's why. So then, and then my lawyer told me, Scott Ferndorf, he said, there's a statute that says it's inhumane to keep an individual incarcerated for a 6-month period of time waiting for a mental evaluation and not receive one. It calls for a dismissal and a release. But that didn't happen. It was denied. The judge told me we run things differently here from Sparks. I don't know if you can see that. See that? So anyway, and I don't know what my dog, they're probably torturing her. I called up when I got released, and the Humane Society said, well, the DA gave them permission to put her up for adoption. And I didn't even have, and that was in the same month of July. It was like towards the end of the month, I guess, that they gave her up, and then to a private agency, and they adopted her out, the email said, to a happy family out of state, which is a pile of shit. If there's anyone that can help me, I need help with money to get a lawyer, or a lawyer, I don't know if you can see that or not. See it just come out. Unbelievable what these people are doing. They're the same group of people, Antifa group, that are harassing people, taking pictures, and not letting them vote properly. Taking their right to vote away from them. Same people, and they have a financial part. Well, that what it does. For example, American Ready Mix plant in Sparks, Nevada. They used to be the biggest concrete supplier, cement supplier. At any rate, what they did is to get people to join, they force them in. Like, for example, they told CEMEX, the company that supplies them cement, make it hard for them to get cement. And told the contractors that are in the Antifa group not to buy from them. So that's what they did. So then American Ready Mix, so they don't go out of business, join, and they give 20%, Look at that. See? Yeah. You can get it out if you're not getting shot or sprayed every day. Yeah, I'll be making more videos. Yesterday, the neighbor over here shot me twice from the side of my face. I didn't see him shoot me, but I know that's where the shot came from, Yeah, and in jail, Park Boulevard Jail, first time I got arrested, I was in Unit 6. And what happened is I got shot in the eye by a jail worker, deputy, and then powdered and shot by inmates. And, the same way they get it in prison for their drugs and cigarettes is the same way they get it in jail. And they award them by commissary or paying their family, and then the family puts money in there. And I was talking to two black guys in the Unit 6. At any rate, the one black guy's telling me, yeah, I went from Reno to Stockton to help his sister. And he said they followed him over there, and they were in Home Depot, and his sister noticed that and said, hey, these people are like always looking at you. And while we're talking, from the second tier, the second floor where the cells are, this brown shit comes and hits the other black guy, poof, and you can see it, pow, on his head. I says, you just got powdered. And he goes, I know. You can see that he's worried. They're worried in the face, their eyes. And he says, I know. I tried to ignore it. And then I went and talked to another guy from Alaska. He just got powdered. I go, before I could say, you just got, he goes, I know. I just ignore it. Hope to God I get the hell out of here and never come back. What they're doing is wrong. They're fucking people up in the fucking jails. And anyone that's been in jail over there in Park Boulevard that's been through this, you need to make a video and put it out in public. Let people know what's going on, because it's not right. And then the deputies, I was in the crazy hole in what is that, 17? And I seen one young deputy, the other deputy calls him out. He goes over there to the bubble outside where they hit, and to talk, and he asks some stupid question, and you can see, something hit him because he's going like this. He's looking at it. So I call him over and I says, hey, man, you just got powdered. The same shit they're doing to the inmates, they're doing to you. And then a couple of days later, I see him. He's like this, leaning a little worried, and he's pulling the fiber hair out of his fucking arm, looking at it like he's scared. And I says, yeah, that's the shit, man. Then I seen Deputy, what's his name? Ramirez or something like Gonzalez. He has a round circle like this on his cheek and a dot in the center. I says, you got shot. He looked nervous about it because he knows I wasn't lying. I put on the thing, I showed him, what the fuck. He pulled it out with banana. And anyway, I wrote a letter to the not the sergeant, but the sheriff, Balam. I says, in Croatia, The general, the officer that's in charge, stands behind his people. Doesn't want them to get in harm's way like you do. If the inmates are piece of shits and they deserve what's going on, you know, why are your men and women getting it that are deputies? Because is karma. They deserve it. We're gonna, and then Deputy Jukic, he's a Serbian deputy. I seen him out driving the bus. Looks like a casino bus with three windows tinted. You can't see inside. When I was flying the sign, and he's laughing at me. He drives, and I recognize him in the units 17. I said, "Hey, you want to drive those fucking doctors? You're like a nigger to them because you're never gonna be one of them. I can see on him that you got the shit." He goes, "No, I'm a Kingsman. I won't catch it." But he's a liar because I know he has it. And Checo, he's shooting me in there. He was shooting me in there. I recognize Deputy Bell. I brought a thing on the Skype there saying, "Hey, he shot me in public, me and my dog. I need to be moved to another facility." He said, "No, it's not." No, he said, "No, it's not true." And then he's not a Kingsman. And they said, it didn't happen. That didn't happen on jail property, so it's not a jail issue. Fucking pile of shit. If I was a woman and I got said like sexually harassed or whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, what a pile of shit, huh? Yeah, Antifa piece of shits. They're everywhere, They're forcing businesses in, and if you got bugs flying around your doorway, they're from those bio rocks that they throw out there. And what happens is through time, bugs will break off and fly off of that, and they'll fly in that area and they'll hit you. When they hit you, it's 38,000 eggs per bug. They look like flies, but they're not. Uh, yeah, coming out. It fucking hurts like hell when those things are in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. TFC Singh, owner of Pyramid Liquor Store on Pyramid Highway off of there on C Street. He hauls illegal tobacco goods to California. Over 80 C stores now. It's more, and he takes I-50 and then what to there, and then comes back on I-80. But he comes back with 120 grand each trip, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But now it's all week. And then he rate High Patrol don't pull him over, and nobody, FBI ain't gonna do nothing because he's Antifa, and he pays 20%. Yeah, he pays another guy 1 cent on the dollar to go to the money tree at closing time, and they wire the money to India. So the person that does that gets $1,000, 1 cent on the dollar. His brother owns a trucking company in Winnemucca. He goes to Des Moines, Iowa, picks up the shit with the semi trucks, and then drives it back, and he goes in 2 warehouses that he has, or 2 storage units, and then to the store, and they, so he can sell the shit here in California. At any rate, so you got to figure the sheiks are paying cash, so they're charging people, the Sheik mini market store guys, they're charging people taxes, but they're not paying taxes because it's all cash. Ain't that something? So everybody's cheating fucking California taxes, you know? See that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at that. If I'm schizophrenic and crazy, that means this shit shouldn't really coming out of my body, right? Mm-hmm. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking Antifa. Fucking Sergeant McNeely. You piece of shit, you. I hope you rot in hell from this shit. I'm gonna sue you motherfuckers for this shit. See how fucked up the judicial or how Antifa they are. What they're doing is wrong. The judges that are Antifa that I went to hearing, so it's not a fair hearing, you know. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Look at that. It's like bugs and fibers and shit like that. There's no such thing as Morgellons disease. It says because the lady found it in her son. Well, the son was fed, shot, or whatever. If that's even a true story, you know, they're just making it so people are look crazy. You know, fucking bullshit. This is illegal. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give this shit back to these assholes that shot me last night. Mm-hmm. Look at that, loaded with this shit. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Mm. Huh. Hmm. Look at that. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Son of a bitch. Yeah. I got more to say. You know, when this shit started, like Jesse Singh, owner of Pyramid Liquor Store in Nevada, his two sons, 2018 October, me and my baby racist were coming back from the grocery store on the opposite against traffic on the sidewalk. And anyway, she rides on my back, you know, and we're going down Prater, and she turns, she barks, rah, rah. So I turn, excuse me, and I see Taryn and his younger brother in his Mercedes SUV, whatever, and he's yelling something. I don't know what he's yelling. And then all of a sudden they come against traffic, opposite lane, to hit us. They hit us to run us over. Hits us, and you know doesn't get us all the way because we ricochet off of that fence that's on along people's houses sidewalk, and he hits the curb. So the curb stops him from fucking hitting us. They got a machine gun, fucking handgun. They got the spray shit. That's when I figured that out, you know. And anyway, I went to the fucking police station to file a report that hey, him and his brother tried to fucking kill me and my dog. And then I come back 2 weeks later, see what's going on, and the detective there for Sparks Police Department in Nevada decided not to, said he's not going to investigate because they said I attacked them and they got a restraining order against me. Ain't that something? So then Taryn, 2021 in April, he attacks me, comes at me with a baseball bat, but I'm waiting for him because I have a machete I bought just for him. I put it in my backpack. And the guy pulls up one block down Victorian on what is that, 4th Street or whatever, and he gets out of his car with his baseball bat. So I turn around, go walk down Victorian to 7-Eleven, where the bus stop is along Victorian Pyramid. So there's witnesses that he's going to attack me and I can kill him. At any rate, he parks in there in the parking lot. Officer Sprinkle is watching this now from his police car. Him come at me with a fucking baseball bat. He stops over there at Pyramid and Victorian. He drives around the bat round, and when Taryn comes down at me, I got this machete in my hand, ready to go, but my dog gets in the way, saves his life. Taryn starts bleep, 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 stuttering and blinking his eye because when he's scared, that's what he does. So Sprinkle pulls up, gets out of his car. He goes, "Hey, take a seat." Tells Taryn to sit down. Taryn sits down. He puts his bat down and put machete down. He asks Taryn. He says, "What's going on?" And Taryn says to him, he goes, "Yeah, I came at him with a baseball bat, but he had me with a machete. He attacked me and he stopped because I had a machete. He got scared." And Sprinkle does check. I don't know, whatever, give an RD, whatever. And at any rate, he says, "Okay, are you okay?" He asks him, and he says, "Yeah." And he's okay, you're free to go. Gives him bat, gives me my machete back and goes. I don't get a chance to file a report or nothing. And I called up to see what's going on. It said a witness and Sprinkle just call that I was with the machete and the guy had a pipe or a bat. And I'm the only one they checked the ID on, which is a pile of shit, you know, because they're Antifa. Sprinkle's Antifa. Jesse Singh, owner of Premier League Stores, Antifa. That's how, they're allowing him. And the reason why they're allowing him to do that is because they want to break California to make him Antifa if they're not already Antifa, or for financial reasons or whatever. So then I get one time I'm over in Shaver, and the neighbor across the street calls me a nigger and hauls ass with his car just across the street, parks against traffic, gets out, charges me. I push him on the ground. My dog runs, bites him on the belly. He calls the police. He tells them, yeah, I attacked him, and he pushed me, parked against the traffic. He attacked him. He pushed me on the ground. My dog bit him. So the next day, the Sparks Police Department and Humane Society come to my friend's house. They take my dog for quarantine, and one piece of shit Antifa Sparks Police, he's wearing the Antifa cap and the thing, just where you cover your mouth with under his chin. He says, hey, do you mind if I search you? I says, yeah, I do. And he goes, well, I'm going to search you anyway because you have a slingshot in your back pocket. And then so, I didn't get a chance to they wouldn't allow me to file charges against this guy, make a police report against him. They didn't arrest him. He admitted that he started this problem. He attacked me, and they didn't do nothing, So then me and Racist, my dog, were at Sinclair gas station on Victorian. And there's this Mexican guy, 50s or early 60s, on the sidewalk. I see him shoot me and my dog in the face and the head with that shit. The gun's like this. It's a black barrel. Maybe this much around, like that, about like that. And I shoot him with the slingshot in his back. He shoots us 2 times. I shoot him once. Took me 2 shots. I got him in the lower back. He screams. I go, you motherfucker. And then I have 3 bags of evidence from prior, the stuff that we pull out of the body, and I make medicine for my dog. And there's because you can't pull on my dog like that because it'll fuck her up, So then I go to the police station. They ask me to. They come inside the police station, and they see a bag, and I'm going like this, and I'm knocking it off my dog, wiping it off because you can see it. And they come in, they see it. They said, "You step outside so